Hey, how's it going? Again, in this video, we're going to do a really quick run through of how to do a camera shake effect in Premiere Pro. Shouldn't take very long, so let's just get stuck straight into it now. Okay, here we are. We're in our project panel. As always, we've got one clip here in our timeline, which is just this little dude doing a backflip into an empty swimming pool. So we kind of want to have the impact at the point he lands, so probably about here-ish. So I'm just going to click on the project preview and hit M for marker, just so that I can see where that is. Then I'm going to go into my folder for adjustments, or anywhere you want. My obsession of organization within my folders is probably a little bit extreme. In here, right click, new item, adjustment layer, hit OK. It'll just default in as the same settings that the clip was. Right click on it, speed duration, and you probably only need it to be about 8. We'll go for 12 just in case. Okay, so we'll drag our adjustment layer down onto here and zoom in. And we want to make sure our adjustment layer is selected. Over here on the left, we can see these V1, V2, V3 toggle the track targeting. So if V1 is selected and I hit the bar here, it'll pick up V1 rather than V2. Whereas if V2 is selected, if nothing is selected and I drag it over, it'll pick up whatever's on V2. So for that, this is going to be helpful for that. It just means that every time we move the playhead, that we don't need to reselect the adjustment layer again, because that's where we're going to be doing our work on. Okay, now that we've got our marker in to show us where the impact is, we want to go up to effects and we're going to search for directional. Here we go, directional blur. Double click that to apply that to the layer. I'm going to come down here to blur length and change that to 30, and I'm going to leave direction at 0. I'm then going to press Control K, or you can go up here and get the wee cut machine, and I'm going to delete that half. Okay, and then go forward a frame with just pressing the right cursor, and then Control K to cut, and just create different segments the whole way along. And we're going to take every other one, starting from the impact point, and delete those. So we'll delete those 3. Then if we watch this back, we get that subtle little shake as he lands the ground. And that's exactly what we're looking for. So if it's not enough, we can go in and we can tweak the values a little bit more. I do like to do descending as I'm coming through, so maybe a 50, 25, 10. So okay, and that's the camera shake. Nice and easy. Super easy. But let's be honest, that's not great. And it's not great because there's nothing else to it. So sound effects will change it drastically. So if we just zoom in this a little bit and have a look. So we're in kind of like an urban area. Kind of tower blocks over here, probably a road, lights, outdoor park. So I find this little bit of audio, which is for an urban area. I'm just going to drop this in here. Give that a wee listen to. I mean, there's not a huge amount there, but there's enough just to give it a little bit of background buzz, which is kind of perfect. We've got this whole section here where he's building up to actually do the jump up until that point there where his feet almost leave the ground. So I have this riser sound effect that I'm just going to drop in here. If I hold Alt while the clip is selected and press the left or right cursor keys, I can move the clip 1 frame at a time. If I select this, I'm going to probably press G and maybe drop that by 5 decibels. If we listen to that, just a little bit of something to get a little bit of tension as it goes along. We got this little whoosh sound for when he's going through the air. Fire that in there, see how that sounds. Okay, might be a bit much, but we'll just lower that so it just gain by maybe minus 10, just to kind of give it more subtle. Yep, that'll do. And his landing is at that point, so I have these. Well, we've got a couple. We'll start with this one. This one might be a bit over the top. So we've got our tension build. And like, what is he? I don't know what sort of noise that is for a landing. It might be a bit much. He's not a superhero. So maybe just get rid of that. So we've got this drop sandbag sound, which I will take and I'll drop in here. Now, I always like to have these sounds playing a little bit before the image, just so that we know it's coming. Okay, that's quite good. That works quite well, that timing. So we'll leave that in there. Okay, so I have this, which is a heartbeat sound. So I'm going to take that and drop that in here. Now, if you watch this, now the heartbeat's good, but the riser is the one giving all of the kind of tension, whereas the subject should be kind of leading some of that as well. So I'm going to do some butchery on the clip. We'll cut that there. And cut that there. So that's doing the selection problem. So if I select this one and then, so we'll cut that, delete that, move that up, come across here and here, Control K to cut that. Over here, press Q, Control K, Shift Delete. Nope, see what happened there? Shift deleted everything and moves all of the audio back. So we gotta just click it, delete it. No, I don't need it to go the whole time, so I'm only gonna do 4 of them. Okay, so I select all of these, right click and hit nest. I call these heart. And if we go to effect controls, we can come to the start and we can drop the volume. And that's that. There you go. Your camera shake effect right here. Add a bit of extra life to it by throwing in all these extra sounds. And that's it. So the best thing you can do is work out your impact point for your camera shake. And then after that, what you want to do is, if you're going to be looking at your sound engineering, you want to be looking at the location and the subject involved and what that kind of area says to you and what you could really be doing with that. Okay, so that's it. Nice and easy, super quick. Thanks very much for watching and hope it was useful, and I will see you in the next one.